Hello and welcome to another movie roast. I'm your host Scott. You can find me on Twitter at XORSonX. And we're with Michael. You can find on Twitter at Review and Roast. And we're here with his niece again, who's too young to be on social media. So today we're going to talk to you about a movie she should have never seen called Deadpool 2. A foul-mouthed mutant mercenary, Wade Wilson, a.k.a. Deadpool, brings together a team of fellow mutant rogues to protect a young boy of supernatural abilities from the brutal time-traveling mutant Cable. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like that was not exactly right. A boy of supernatural abilities. That just doesn't...
With?
That would probably make more sense, but
Containing?
they wrote of. Yeah. I mean, it's not supernatural. I mean, whatever.
Superhuman?
Superhuman sounds better, too. But I guess it is natural because it's
Super
fire.
mutiny?
Because, Earth, wind, fire,
Ew.
water, airbender.
So, are we getting into... How much spoiling are we doing?
I think we're going to do some, but not a lot. But I also feel like we're going to talk about our Facebook because we've got just under 14,000 followers and likers and stuff. So why don't you guys be 15?
15. I'll be happy to crack 14.
I thought. Oh, I said almost 14.
Yeah,
didn't
we're
I?
almost at 14.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I looked. Like
15,
literally
9.
1 minute.
Yep.
But so yes, let's talk about some Deadpool.
So, I want to pretty much just jump right into the whole... Like, obviously, we're, like, going into X-Force stuff.
Yeah, this movie is
Like,
is
we might as well
bringing
just
in.
jump right into it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I was gonna
That's all I care
talk about the little digs on Wolverine in the beginning, which was kind of funny. They made the little, what do they call it, a little music box out of
Right.
Wolverine's dead body, and you find,
Well, I thought it was more of like an homage, you know what I'm saying? Like more of like a respect.
I don't know about that. I mean, he literally made fun of him for it.
Well, yeah, he always does, but that's the whole point.
No, I know it was
They're
it was
besties.
it was good. I don't know about that.
What do you mean? Come on, he was
There was a lot of things in this movie
he
that.
was wearing the Hugh Jackman face at the end of the first one.
Yep, yeah, I know. I was there. I filmed
It was
it.
handsome.
Yep. All right, so you want to talk? You want to get straight into the X-Force
I
stuff?
just want to talk about Domino, but I mean, we can
do you
some other
do you
stuff
want to
first.
talk about what led up to it? Like,
I don't know.
all right, so the movie opens up with Deadpool. that's my superhero name. I'm Deadpool.
You're not cool. Continue.
All right, so he's flying around the world, taking out all these like high profile targets, criminals and pedophiles and sex traffickers, and he comes back home and
Like mercenary stuff.
yeah, mercenary
Right,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And he comes back home and he's in the middle of a job when he gets interrupted by his fucking anniversary. Which is, I figure, something we're definitely going to spoil because it happens right.
I mean,
fucking
are we?
away. I just said we're gonna. So
Well, we don't have to. We can call it hijinks ensue, and then he goes into a downward spiral.
no.
Yeah.
People probably figured it out at this point, so I guess I won't say it because Mike wants to not spoil shit.
I do want to spoil some shit, but not this shit. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, it's too late now. Let's move
Yeah.
on. This is getting too old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Spoil? Not spoil. You can be the judge.
Don't spoil.
Oh.
Interesting choice.
Okay.
Guess who's not on the podcast
Yeah.
anymore?
It's over for
Fucking
you.
vote against the host. You're just gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, hijinks ensue, which then lead our fearless leader of Deadpool to start putting together the X-Force to basically.
I mean, well, now
Save
you
Russell.
you skipped over stuff.
You're right. I did.
Yep. So
I skipped over the introduction of Cable.
Well, basically, you skipped over the fact that he ends up in the X-Men mansion.
Correct.
With Colossus and Negasonic.
And everybody.
And apparently everybody is actually still living there. They're just hiding from him, so it's actually hilariously funny.
That was one of the funniest things both times I saw it.
Yeah, the first time we saw it, I only spotted Quicksilver and obviously Beast, because he's big and blue and hairy. The second time, I was trying to pay attention, and I saw James McAvoy and somebody else, but I didn't. There's someone else was there that I didn't see. I saw the kid that plays Cyclops, McAvoy, and there was somebody else, but I still couldn't make him out.
See, here was the thing. Why McAvoy? That's years ago, but they should have had Stewart in there. They had all the guys.
Yeah, you don't even know what
from
timeline.
years ago.
No, they didn't. It was all the new ones, actually. Yep.
I don't think so.
The Beast was the new Beast, and Cyclops was the new Cyclops, like the kid Cyclops, not the guy I like.
Scott.
I like him. Well, that's all the Cyclops' names.
Yeah, but their timeline is like the 70s.
Or not, because it was bald-headed James McAvoy. So
Really, I thought I saw hair.
no.
Maybe it was just Beast
You'd
was
know if you
restless.
saw hair. Anywho,
Giggity.
moving on. So, anyways,
Yeah, we're talking way too much about
it might be
something that don't
moot
matter.
about
I guess
the 2-second cameo by 5 fucking people. So, who cares?
6.
The point is, they're all there. It was actually hilarious. Moving on.
Yes.
Continue.
So from there, they, Colossus is always trying to get, Deadpool to be part of the X-Men, and Deadpool's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I just want to kill people. So then,
And he is rolling deep in the in Xavier's wheelchair, though, which was hilarious.
yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Knocking stuff over. That was already broke.
You good?
Well, I feel like every time I go to talk, you start talking. So I figured I would.
Well, every
give
time
you
you
a
sip a
chance.
coffee, I just wait for you to gurgle.
I've noticed. So, do we know the name of the orphanage or whatever the hell that is?
Essex.
Did you know that?
Nope.
How do you know that?
There was a big fucking sign on the door. That's actually a true
All
story.
right. So unlike Xavier, who started the school for gifted mutants, blah blah blah, there's another place where they didn't exactly. Did
It's
they say
sort of.
was it-
I'm sure it's a comic book thing that I'm unaware of. Believe it or not, but I don't know all the stuff. But it seemed like it
It's
was
just-
sort of like one of those Christian camps where they teach you to not be gay no more.
Yeah,
So-
it's exactly the vibe I was getting.
Right? So
Yeah.
it was like a bunch of weird old pedos, and they're trying to like cure the mutants of being mutants, but not really scientifically.
Yeah, they're just shocking.
More
them.
like trying to beat it out of them or something.
Right.
Kind of oddly. So basically, one of the kids, Russell, is outside freaking out. He can create fire and stuff of that nature, and they're set on the task of stopping him. And Wade has agreed to be a trainee due to certain self-reflections that lead him to believe that he needs to be a better person. Fair enough?
That was pretty well put.
Yeah,
It's pretty well put.
Pretty good. So now he's a trainee, which, if you recall, I told you I watched the first one last night again, and Negasonic in the first movie actually refers to herself as a trainee, so it's kind of hilarious because they actually refer to Wade as a trainee like way too many, like so many
A lot.
times just to like pick on him,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, like I'm a part of the X-Men. He's like, yeah, you're a trainee, dude. So
Literally everybody said it.
yeah, continue.
Continue what? You were the one talking.
Mm.
Essex, go.
So yeah, they're trying to cure the mutant out of him. So they go there, blah blah blah. They're trying to stop the kid. Deadpool decides, well, these guys are abusing children. I'm gonna bust a cap. So he starts going all Deadpool-y. Colossus freaks out, jumps on him, and basically they arrest the kid and Deadpool and send him to prison.
To, was it ice or whatever?
The ice box.
The ice box, correct.
Yep.
Which is a giant mutant prison, basically.
Yeah, and they have these control collars that suppress your abilities. So Wade's got cancer again. So that sucks.
Yes, he does. But this is where we see
Hashtag
Cable.
fuck cancer.
Yeah. Hashtag go buy your mercy skin. Right?
All right.
People who know what I'm talking about.
I
Know what I'm
already
talking
got
about.
mine. You didn't get yours though. Continue.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You don't know that.
You don't have $14.99. True story.
Hashtag true story. All right, so this is where we get our first glimpse of Cable, who is obviously in the future, and he comes back to. Okay, what are we spoiling here? Do we say why he comes back?
Oh yeah, no, we have to basically that he's coming back to avenge his family, and he's. I don't really know his official like
Story.
number 87 origin. I've read it. It's at my house, but I don't remember all the stuff. But basically, for those of you who may or may not know, Cable is a future soldier from the future / mercenary / X-Force kind of member dude that slides to and from the future whenever
When they need, when it's
Right.
convenient.
I mean, really, it really is. He's kind of like, it's almost like the show Legends of Tomorrow, where he sort of just goes and takes care of shit that needs taken care of.
Can I make it easy on you?
Yeah, go on.
He's a part of the X-Force the way Deadpool was part of the X-Men. He knows them. He hangs out with them sometimes.
Something like that, yeah.
But he's not
Yeah.
full-time.
Which actually is going to be pretty cool if they do that movie and include some stuff, which I actually want to get to because the second time we watched the movie,
I don't even know
found
what
out
you're talking
some stuff.
about. You're getting all fucking
The
excited.
whole X-Force thing.
Oh.
Because, there's talks of the X-Force movie in sometime in the near future.
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
News to me.
It's
I don't
a
have
thing.
TV, though, so
You
I don't know
don't.
a lot of shit.
You should look into stuff.
Like, I didn't know that Domino was in this. I didn't know that...
I still can't even
You
believe
didn't
that's
know that Cable was Thanos too.
It's also
right,
true.
yeah, even though he calls him Thanos.
Yeah. Right to his fucking face.
Which is kind of funny.
It's actually hilarious. He actually, Ryan Reynolds makes a lot of awesome, references throughout that are
Name 2.
almost easily catchable,
He's ignoring
the
the
second
question.
time. No, I'm not ignoring it. I'm talking about all the times he brings up stuff like does that fourth wall, but not even, it's not looking at the camera, it's more talking or narrating or on his way to do something else. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like talking about lazy writing or
He
what
did
have you.
mention that a couple times, which I think was even more lazy writing.
Not really.
Mentioned it like 3 times.
Right.
Well, that is
Glad
lazy.
you can
Well,
join
maybe
us.
the whole point is he did that to reiterate the fact that this is all lazy writing.
Yeah, I know.
Anywho, and actually, he probably mentioned it a 4th time because when they're going over their big master plan, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna hit it off here, and then we're all gonna be home early." And then at the bottom, it said the 3rd act of the movie, and he put the X through it,
Right.
we won't even need the last half of the movie or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
So it's actually pretty funny.
I'm assuming, because I definitely caught more in that map the second time around than I did the first time around, and I would imagine that on a third viewing, I'd probably catch even more shit on that map. I feel like that map is going to be funny when I actually look at it.
And side note, in the end credits, Yukio's actress name, you know how they did the little pictures, with the drawings when they were doing the end credits, where Yukio's name was, it said the X-Force is especially strong in this one. So for me, that means that they're foreshadowing that she's definitely going to be in the next one, and there is one.
Right, could be.
So, but and
Which is going to be weird if
I still don't really know who that is because there is a Yukio, and actually it was in X-Men or not X-Men Origins Wolverine, or one of the Wolverine movies when I think the Japan one.
The one I hated.
I actually didn't completely hate.
I
that
feel like
one.
I'm the only one that does.
I
Everyone
didn't.
seems to
I
love
actually
it.
didn't hate the first one. I mean, obviously with the exception of the crappy Weapon X Deadpool hybrid thing with the laser eyes.
I think that will always forever be my favorite Deadpool just because it pisses everybody off.
I actually liked the movie even up until that last point. I thought it was stupid, but whatever. You need
Right.
a bad guy. Who cares what it is? I mean, it was going to be that or a big adamantium samurai. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Was that the end of that one? It sounds familiar. Samurai stuff.
Yeah, you hate that one.
I do. That was so bad.
I actually didn't hate that movie, other than the fact that it was your atypical dude. I'm. Even though they do it in this movie as well, I always hate the "oh no, I lost my powers" shtick.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
annoying,
Super
and
duper.
it's the only thing they can do for anything. Again, this movie as well. So when you're in the icebox, obviously you have a control collar that keeps you from having mutant abilities. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to lock you up.
Right.
Doy, we get it.
I still feel like there's a better way to do it. Like in the old X-Men movies when they locked up Magneto, they put him in a motherfucking plastic cell. You know what I mean?
there's not that much real estate.
There's plenty of real estate.
Well, you can't really put the fire guy in a fucking plastic cell. Beat off.
I didn't say you put him in a fucking plastic cell.
Oh, we gonna have a plastic cell, a metal cell, a fucking rubber cell?
They got to be specialized for each
Duracell?
individual mutant. And in the meantime, you just got to cryogenically freeze them. And then when your cell is ready, you
That's
can
why
work it
you
up.
don't run fucking mutant jail. Dumbass.
You're a dumbass.
You're a dumbass.
You put them on a different planet.
fucking shirt cocking it.
That is probably one of the funniest lines.
You shirt cocking it
in
like a
the
toddler.
movie.
You're like a goddamn toddler.
Yeah, we should probably just get back to the movie.
Yeah, let's get back to stuff.
You know what? I mean, I don't want to just ramble on about the fucking story, so why don't we just start talking about...
So I want to get into the X-Force and the interviews and the stuff and the domino.
Yep. Well, then take it away.
So
you got a plan, so...
we get a whole... I don't really have a plan.
You sound like
I
you
watched
do.
the plan, but I want to talk about
Huh?
the fact that... What'd you
What do
say?
you watched the plan?
What'd you say? Seriously, though, what'd you say?
I want to know what the fuck she said. She didn't say a goddamn
Yeah.
word yet.
What do you think about the plan?
It's good.
Nailed it.
All right.
She's over there just
I'll agree.
playing with her fucking phone, looking
Yeah.
up Ricky Whittle. Oh, just give me a Whittle bit.
She's trying to find out who Yukio is. Anyways, so
Who's that Whittle one?
yeah. So we basically, Wade comes to the point where he decides he and Weasel, TJ Miller, decide that they're going to make a team. They're going to get the team together. So they start basically putting out an ad on LinkedIn to get some peeps in. And you get Bedlam, who's played by Terry Crews, Shatterstar, who cares?
Right.
The Vanisher, played by Brad Pitt, who you don't see because he's invisible. So that's actually
Same when he gets
pretty funny.
shocked.
Yeah, until he gets shocked, which is actually hilarious. Zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist. And that's actually a Skarsgård, FYI.
Okay.
As in, like, Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, I know who they are.
Do you?
Am I supposed to be super impressed
Yeah, kind
that a
of.
fucking movie star is in a fucking movie?
Well, it's a family of movie stars who have also been in some stuff and things. So, anywho. And who else you got? Obviously, Domino, Sassy Beats.
Peter.
Peter. Oh, shit. What's his name?
Richard.
In real life? What's his name in real
I
life?
gotta look.
I don't know. Now I gotta look. But, yeah, so
Rob Delaney.
Rob Delaney. That's
What
it.
about that guy?
The best is because he holds up like the soup. That's what's his name? Say it. Heist.
Who?
Say that.
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
Ew.
That's the spit guy. But yeah, the when he holds up the very handsome picture of Delaney, he's like, "Am I getting fucking catfished here?"
Yeah.
Because he shows up with like a little slightly overweight with the big thick Flanders. So that was pretty good.
Nice.
Also, side note, we might as well bring up the fact that Alan Tudyk and Matt Damon play the two rednecks on the back bumper of a pickup truck, which obviously I didn't catch both times. You saw one name in the credits, but I just found it today when we were kind of like looking your shits up. So that's where I'm at with that.
All right, so since you've already let the Terry Crews cat out of the bag,
That we have an X-Force. So this team is going to be X-Force.
well, I just wanted to say really quick that you just took the end of my show, so thanks.
X-Force?
I was going to whisper X-Force at the
Oh.
end, so
X-Force.
ruined.
And when you see the movie, if you haven't yet, you'll get the
When
whole-
I first
You got to
saw,
just always start screaming X-Force.
when I first saw Terry Crews pop on, I'm like, all right, that's it. This movie's a 10. And then now it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
all right, it's not.
Well, now I'm going to get to my thing
Who's Terry
and the
Crews?
stuff. Terry Crews is the...
Are you joking right now?
How do you not know who Terry Crews is?
I'm joking.
I feel like you're Googling.
Hey, if you look at
I
the
feel like you're
credits,
Googling,
Oh,
not
that
joking.
guy.
Oh, that Terry
yeah,
Crews.
fucking Old Spice
Oh my god,
guy.
I
Yeah.
love him. He's in that one. He's in that movie that's like
Here's
What?
that and it White Chicks.
Oh, that's the movie you bring up right now?
why couldn't you at least say Expendables?
Yeah,
What's
seriously.
that?
See?
Here's the funny
That's
thing:
why.
Matt Damon
Making my
and,
way downtown.
and Alan Tudyk are both labeled as redneck number 2.
Are they? I thought one was Redneck number 1 on mine. Hang on. Let me see. Redneck number 2. Where's, wait. Please hold.
Weird, right?
They're both Redneck number 2. One's Dickie Greenleaf, though. I don't hate that name. From now on, I want to be referred to as Dickie Greenleaf
God, I wish I could remember that.
when we announce all shows. I want to be
Speaking of shows,
Dickie Brownleaf.
let's get back to the show.
Yeah. Anywho, so we have an X-Force. We have some stuff. They're going to do a big infiltration to try and save the kid from the transport and this, that, and the other thing. P.S. Cable's around now, and that's why they know they need to do stuff.
Oh, right.
Because we sort of got into the Cable, but then we got into the X-Force. So, long and the short, they're going to make this big, awesome, sweet...
Let's just say they made a huge mistake, and now they're working with cable.
no,
They
we're
didn't
not
make
to
a
that
huge
part yet.
mistake. When did they make?
Oh,
a
you're
mistake?
right.
No, we're still at the...
I'm all over
We're
the place.
starting to... We're about to drop the X-Force like it's hot.
Okay.
That's what's about to happen right now. So they're all in the chopper. They're going.
Or that's a chipper.
Well, the one of them is going to be in the chipper.
Well,
that's
let's
correct.
Zip it.
So they're in the chopper. They're headed to the chipper. So they get news that like, oh yeah, hey, like we should be doing this. It's like a high wind advisory or whatever, and Deadpool's all like, yeah, like X-Force. So they decide they're just gonna go for it anyways because like, who gives a shit? So everybody jumps out. Deadpool lands first. He kind of comes off course, hits the fucking sign. Bing, boom, bing. Now everyone's coming in hot because the wind's like blowing them all wonky.
That was actually kind of funny when he landed, and then you look up into the sky, and they're all like
everyone's
flopping
like
around in
spinning
their
and shit.
parachutes.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert: the X-Force doesn't really last very long in this movie. So Bedlam slams headfirst right into a bus. Peter actually lands safely,
Yes.
perfectly. Actually, not gonna lie, lands like a
crushed
pro.
it.
Like
Yeah.
nails it. He's about a 9.6. Say his name.
Which one? Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist hits the chipper. So Peter decides he's going to go save him. Goes to pull him out, and he gets acid vomited to the arm and chestal. And then the Vanisher legit flies into a fucking electrical poles, and then we actually see Brad Pitt for the first and last time. And then, actually, not the last time, because he does fall in a fiery blaze of fucking burnt meat.
About 2 minutes later.
And then Shatterstar actually goes flying into some helicopter blades, which was actually pretty green and dope.
Yeah.
So I'm
he was
into it.
annoying anyway.
Yeah, but in the right way. He was supposed to be.
Yes.
So, anyways, Domino, obviously, being Domino, makes
Forgot
it.
about Terry Crews.
Yeah, it was the first guy. Head first into the bus. So, but the point being, future spoiler, in my opinion, if you remember when he was like, yeah, they're all dead, because him and Domino were like, oh shit, like fucking this thing went tits up. So he is actually getting CPR'd.
Who?
Terry Crews.
Yeah, they're like.
Bedlam was getting CPR in front of the bus. So just saying. He didn't go through a wood chipper.
Saw it twice, and I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he didn't go through a wood chipper, get electrocuted into a fiery ball of meat, or get chopped up by helicopter blades or acid to the chestal, which we won't spoil that part. But
You just did.
no,
Oh.
the ending,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the slippery slide.
Yep.
So, anyways, all I'm saying is he wasn't dismembered into a mulch of meat. He was actually getting CPR'd. So maybe my man's coming back.
Did you say my aunt?
My man?
Oh.
My man Terry Crews.
I hope so, because he needs to be doing stuff again.
Well, he's been doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine and crushing. So you just need to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think
It's
you
been
would actually
canceled,
like it.
so I don't need to watch
And
shit.
American Gods.
That doesn't have Terry Crews.
I don't care. It has Ricky Whittle.
All right. I mean, can't really argue with that.
No, I mean, it's true. He is on it.
He is. So, anyways, X-Force is now Deadpool and Domino doing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I got. Yeah? What do you got? All right, well, what did you think of Domino now that you read the comic book and then you finally get
The
to see her in
comic book's
action?
so much better.
What do you mean so much better?
I like the comic book more than her.
How many issues have you read?
One. And I've only seen one movie with her in it, so it's the
I
same.
mean, go fuck yourself.
Right? Pretty much. Yeah.
She just gave it to you.
Well, the Domino in the comic book like seemed like she was a lot cooler and like knew how to fight, but like a bunch of other things. In the movie, she just
What do you
like
mean? She was kicking ass and
yeah, but I know, but like
Dropping
Just
it like
kicking
it's hot.
names and taking
Yeah.
asses.
yeah, but like in the comic book, she says like something like when she knows she's about to die, like her body does something, and like I don't know, that didn't
she gets the
happen.
goosebumps.
And that Domino in the movie didn't.
Well,
She,
she's
like-
not narrating it like she is in the
Well,
comics.
she should.
Well, she can't because Deadpool's narrating it.
So then Deadpool.
Well,
should
maybe
do
when we
it.
have the X-Force movie, maybe she'll be
Or a
she'll be
Domino
dropping
movie.
it. I want a Domino movie. I think that chick's awesome.
I think this should have been a Domino movie.
I mean,
I thought she was
settle
killing
down.
There's still Deadpool.
She needed more time though, because technically the X-Force, that whole thing is more like second, third. The whole first chunk of the movie is nothing.
Who's on first?
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
So, what now? Where are we at?
Well, we were at the part where the huge thing gets released, and I don't know if we're going to talk about it. I feel like we shouldn't.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, Fire Fist, who is Russell, the kid that they're trying to save and or slash kill,
depending on who you are.
depending on what's happening at this current time, decides to make friends with the biggest, baddest in the jail. So them two guys get busted out during this convoy scene, blah, 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 blah. And now everybody's split up. And at one point in time, legit, Deadpool gets ripped into two pieces. That's not a spoiler.
No, it's not.
Because it's going to lead to the best scene in the whole thing, shirt cocking.
Yeah.
So,
That's just well, never mind.
just like in the first movie when he chops his own hand off, this time he gets literally chopped in half and has to grow a new bottom section from the waist down.
Correct.
And
Which you would think, like, you could
when
just
he
put
does
them
that,
together
he
and they would
doesn't
just
do
kinda-
it in a burlap sack.
You know what I mean?
He
Fix
just does
themselves?
it. He likes to air it out when he's doing that. So,
Yeah, he does.
and he pulls a Basic Instinct, which actually was hilarious.
That he does.
Yeah.
But this is where I was talking earlier, where
Mm-hmm.
now Cable needs their help because he can't face the big guy alone.
Right. Yeah. The kid and the big guy are actually pretty serious.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the kid's power is actually legit, even though his name's Fire Fist, which is super lame, and everyone makes fun of him. But his power is
That's not going to help the
straight up.
situation. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like,
Picking
you
on
got
the
a
kid's
distraught
first name?
kid who's like all pissed
Yeah.
at the universe, and then you want to rip on him on top of it.
Was pretty funny though.
All right. Well, let's move on to some things that we liked about this movie.
All right, you
Okay.
start.
I am going to start, and I thought about it today as it was starting, and I was like, okay, it's not. I don't want to say as bad, but it was longer than I remembered. But I still wish it was a little longer. Is the fight at the end with the big guy and Colossus?
Oh,
I wish that was a little bit longer. Or I'm just going to keep saying big guy because I don't know who knows who it is or not, so I don't want to ruin it. Because it's kind of awesome.
to be honest, I don't even think many people even know who you're talking about. That
I
see
didn't
these
know who
movies
he
anyways.
was.
Yeah, like nobody really knows.
Nobody remembers the old X-Men movies.
Like
Well,
the
it was
true
pretty
nerds
awesome
know.
when Wade was running off X-Men comic numbers.
Yeah, that
It was
was
like,
fun.
oh, X-Men Unlimited 311. And blah, 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 blah. It's actually pretty dope. That was actually hilarious.
So I wish that scene was a little longer. It wasn't. Not that it was bad. It was kind of awesome. But I just wish.
Well,
it
the
was a
scene
little
leading to
longer.
that scene when Colossus finally comes back to save Wade is actually
pretty funny.
yeah. Because he basically, Wade gets himself into the same situation as he did in the first one where he gets stabbed through the brain. And he kind of like got all doped up when he was talking to Vanessa, the first movie, where he was kind of like, oh, yeah, I love you. And he was like doing like some rude gestures. So he had a rude gesture for...
Plus, they had the cartoon scene.
Yeah, they didn't do the cartoonies, but he did do a little scissor action for Colossus.
Yeah,
which was
it
pretty
wasn't
funny.
as drawn out as in the first
Right,
movie,
yeah.
which is good because I feel like if they did it again, it would have been too much.
I feel like at this point, though, I would love to see it in like another one now. Now I feel like that's got to be like the
thing.
yeah, like something through the dome, like a pool cue or something.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. So, anyways, back to what I was saying earlier. Like this, it would have been awesome if this was a Domino movie because I thought Zazie Beetz and Domino were fucking amazing.
yeah, me too.
Who's the first girl?
That's
Zazie
the
Beetz.
same person.
And Domino.
Why
was-
did you
She's
say the
she's the
same
actress
Domino?
who played Domino
yeah.
Okay.
because I feel like she crushed the role and crushed some skulls, literally.
Ha ha ha.
Get it? Yeah, there was a lot of gross body breaks in this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, there's some good there. The movie opens up right away when he's doing his little international mercenary work montage was pretty good.
Yep.
There's lots of chopping and slicing and shooting.
There was also the slice kick, which was neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Yep. What did you like?
There are lots of things that are missing from the
Captain-
trailers.
Captain Quiet Pants.
Yeah.
This thing
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't know. I love Ryan Reynolds.
Well, that's not the answer.
That is the
There,
answer. Like,
well, I
that's
did
what
say, what did you like?
I mean,
Like-
fair enough.
He's awesome.
What parts though? You gotta be specific.
His hands are nice.
Yeah. And his little fucking shirt cock. Shirt cocking it.
I loved that, but I liked when, like, the X-Force, when they all went down, and then he's like, because like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's like, and he's just like,
Oh yeah, because they actually
so
that was
funny.
actually pretty good because every time
When he does
the
the Home
next
Alone.
guy's coming down, yeah, he does the Home Alone like almost a couple of times, which is pretty good. And then don't forget, he was like trolling on that scooter the whole time. Domino was kicking ass.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a terrible superpower. It's not even real.
Yeah,
Use your
it's not
fake
even
superpower.
it's not even cinematic as she's like doing some awesome shit. The car's
Oh,
like
it's
flying
so
over her head.
awesome.
That was actually super
Or the
dope.
bastard's like, oh, two can play at that game, and he fucking whipped. Sorry.
Yeah,
Talking about stuff.
not gonna make it.
Talking about stuff you guys probably haven't seen yet.
So what else besides Ryan Reynolds?
yeah.
I liked how Ryan Reynolds was calling Peter, like, sugar cakes or
Oh
something.
yeah,
like,
Sugar Bear. Sugar
Yeah.
Bear, yeah.
it was
Amongst
funny.
other things, yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. How did he word it when he was like yelling at him? But then he's like, "Oh, I just did that so everyone." Man, what did he say?
Yell-
He's like, "I don't mean it. I'm just doing it in front of everybody else to make him something."
Yeah, and then he said, I'll never let anybody hurt you, Sugar Bear.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh man, that was actually pretty funny. What else? And you can't start it by saying Ryan Reynolds this.
The ending. But that's huge, sort of.
Yeah.
Which part of the ending?
When...
The sad part?
Yeah.
Did you cry?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I looked at
Spoiler alert. Tears were shed. Actually, it actually is pretty good. Actually, Ryan Reynolds is actually
well,
pretty good.
I mean, you cried too.
It was smoky in there. I mean, what am I going to do? My eyes got dry.
All right, let's move on to, I guess, the harder.
Ah, fuck what Mike likes. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, let's move on to fucking what you like.
I hate the movie. Actually, so first of all,
Ryan Reynolds.
I'm going to
He's got
say
nice
Ryan
hands.
Reynolds when he said the thing with the stuff. And then, no, I
You have
like...
way more to say for magicians. I don't know what's going on today.
Because just like Ryan Reynolds.
No, she's
Fair enough.
starstruck.
So,
Yeah.
I actually agree with all the Domino stuff. I actually think that she nailed it. I like Domino. I thought her character actually did do some cool stuff and things.
Yep.
But I'm not going to really get into that.
Yep.
Other than I also
Yep.
don't know who Yukio was or is or supposed to be the Yukio from like the Ninja Assassin, which she really wasn't. This one sort of had powers, and maybe I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I loved every interaction with Yukio and Wade. So, like, just because it was hilarious. And one more spoiler alert: Wade does early on go for all the coke under the house, right next to the cure for blindness.
That was dope.
And that scene is actually hilarious when he gives it the like spirit fingers, like wing.
Oh, yeah.
Because he basically takes a big bag of coke, stuffs it up under his mask, and punches himself in the face.
That's a great part. Yeah.
It was one of those scenes where it was like, man, sometimes people just think of cool shit for movies. You know what I mean? Where it's like, that's pretty funny, and who thought of that just out of nowhere? You know what I mean? Was that just the plan?
It's Hollywood. He's probably done it.
Yeah, in real life. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyways, continue.
All right, we're gonna have I don't know about you guys. I got quite a bit of stuff I didn't like about it.
Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well,
course.
he's stupid, so
He is.
carry on.
Well, here's the first thing.
This is the part where I debunk him. Because he's
No,
going to
well,
start
I'm
getting all comic-y.
I'm gonna debunk the first one right
Okay,
off the bat.
fair enough.
Oh my god,
Naked pictures of Zazie Beats. Damn
I
it.
had no idea. Well, I think it's funny that on IMDb, Josh Brolin is the top billed, and then Ryan Reynolds.
He's...
But I'm scrolling down here, and you know who I don't fucking see? Who? Fire Fist.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he's all the way at the bottom.
Russell.
Yeah. So I
Did they use his name Fire Fist?
no, they
Just
called
Russell?
him Russell.
What's his last name?
Russell.
Oh.
They didn't give him a last name.
Russell Collins.
Yep, that's his name, but they
That's what
didn't
it
give
was.
it. They didn't put it in here. But he's in the movie, right? So I feel like he shouldn't be that far on the list. But anywho, after we watched it Thursday, I was like, I don't know if I like this kid.
I don't either.
Right?
I didn't like him.
But this time around, I feel differently.
No, I don't. I think
I think if you watch it again, you might...
Him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me tell you why.
But you had to be kind of a little slightly overweight for the making fun ofs. I don't know. There was just... I
don't feel
thought
like
it
he
was
needed
fine.
to be British.
He was New Zealander.
Still, he
What
didn't need
different
an
accents?
accent.
Like even like later
Well,
on
I
in
mean,
the movie,
that's
when,
where he's from.
when him and the big guy are going for the final fight or whatever, and he was all like being a badass. Yeah, he had some lines that were like,
Yeah, they're supposed to be cheesy.
I know, but I figured out why I didn't like him, and it wasn't his acting because he's he's a good actor for.
'Cause
a
you're
kid or
racist?
No, his wardrobe was fucking
Just like Cable.
ridiculous.
Well, he was walking around in that big yellow suit 90% of the time.
I know, but when he wasn't, I just still feel like he was wearing shit that just didn't fit. I don't know. It was, but the kid himself, like when he was doing the rope thing, like
I actually
when he
think that was like
when he
one of
was
the better parts of the whole movie. When he's like,
chasing-
"Don't say legs,"
right?
and he's like, "Boop."
Yeah, and like at the end when he's chasing down the headmaster and he's fucking screaming and you can tell. It was so as far as an actor, like the kid was he kind of crossed
Yeah,
it.
to be honest, I was
think it
sort
was
of
just wardrobe-y.
indifferent to the kid. Like I could take him or leave. I mean, obviously we need him for the story, but
Right.
as far as I was concerned, was he like amazeballs? Not
No.
really. Was he horrible? Nah. Like
No.
and even the first time I was like, yeah,
I just
a couple
feel
of
like
cheesy lines, but you're gonna have shit like action lines in this. Like
I guess think for those people out there who watch like Big Bang Theory, think Captain Sweatpants. You know what I mean? You're wearing sweatpants that are too big with a shirt that's too big, But
And a
you know,
hoodie, that's
it's not
too
a
big.
14-year-old. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
put the kid in some fucking jeans and a hoodie or something. You know, I feel like they made him look like a bum.
Yeah, but I mean, he also was legit on the go the whole time.
I
and
know.
It's not like when he was in the school, they were like really handing out fucking Cavaricis. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know that.
He's 15.
Oh, do you want to date him now?
No,
are you sure he's probably got a couple bucks?
I don't even care.
He knows Ryan Reynolds.
Mm.
What do you think of that?
There she goes.
Oh, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed all of a sudden.
And also, I
Well,
was
he looks young in
Well-
the movie. He looks like he's like 12.
because they probably shot this thing 2 fucking years ago.
Also true.
It takes a while to make a movie, just so you know.
Takes a while to
Uh-huh.
grow
Doesn't
up.
just happen.
Yeah.
So obviously we saw Brianna Hildebrand,
Yep.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead,
Yep.
in the first movie.
Yep.
I was hoping for more of her in this movie
Yep.
because she's a badass.
Agreed.
And she is fucking hardly in it.
She legitimately doesn't
She
do anything.
might as well have just been called a cameo because
She uses her
literally-
power 2 times, and one was defense.
Yeah, like it was kind of
Yeah.
annoying to me
Yep.
that they didn't like if you're gonna make, I don't want to say make
Yeah,
them
she
up,
had
but-
more screen time in the first one.
yeah, and like literally you put her in the movies because they didn't want to use all the fancy X-Men. That's fine. So now you've pushed her into this franchise and you're not utilizing one of, in my opinion, one of the more powerful fucking characters.
Yeah, that's probably also the point, though. You can't really, like, throw the big guns out there. So, basically, you had to have the X-Men. That's why Wade, obviously, was starting the X-Force.
I know. Which
Because
was
the
kinda-
X-Men weren't helping at first. But let's...
I know.
For, you know...
I know, but I didn't like the fact that she was hardly in it.
No, I agree. No, she was good. I liked her. I thought she was going to be in it more than she actually was. But I also thought Terry Crews was going to be in more than he actually was. So she
Yeah.
got more screen time than he did.
Yep, that was super depressing.
Barely,
Yeah, I was
but-
going to say barely. I think he got more lines even.
He might have actually had more.
And the one thing I was kind of hoping that Rob Delaney was going to pull some like Beverly Hills Ninja shit at the end.
Oh, yeah, right.
Obviously, that didn't happen either.
No.
But it was. Other than that, I mean, those are really the only 2 major things I can think of that I didn't really didn't float that well.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, it was just as funny, as the first one.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a movie. I'll probably do the same thing I do with the original Deadpool, but now I'll do it with this one and watch it 400 times.
I mean, I like that they. I don't want to say repeated jokes from the first one. They repeated, I guess, styles.
yeah,
of
the
jokes,
same style of comedy.
but they didn't do it as long. They just let you know, like, yeah, we're still doing this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
this
the
is
thing
still
through
a
the
thing.
head or the fucking.
Yeah.
You know, they could have went on and on about the legs, but they didn't. You know what I mean?
I feel like they did,
cracked-
actually.
they
The
cracked
legs went for a while.
not as
but in
far
a
as the
good way.
face in the first one,
Face.
the avocado or the.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
brought
yeah,
that up
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They did.
Yeah, yeah.
That was fun.
Well, that was funny because when Domino walked in and everyone
Jesus
was
Christ.
everyone was dorking about his legs, but she'd never seen him with his mask off yet. She was like, "No, I'm talking about your face." Yeah, that was good. All right, so what else don't you like?
For me,
Or is that it?
I'm thinking that's about it. But why don't you go? 'Cause you ain't said shit.
I hate Domino
I don't know what I hate.
and Little Caesars.
It's Little Caesars isn't good.
I like Little Caesars.
No, it's not.
I like Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like Pizza Hut.
Okay.
My dad loves Little Caesars but hates Pizza Hut.
I like Little Caesars at the Luxor in Vegas. Anywho, moving on. What don't you like?
We only get to see Ryan Reynolds' baby butt. We didn't get to see Ryan Reynolds' man butt.
I've seen his real butt before.
Oh, snap.
He's been in that one movie. I think it was The Proposal. The thing you were just
Does he
talking
drop some butt cheeks?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ew.
It's one movie and he shows his whole butt.
Actually, that might be it, where he's like hopping on the chair. Oh, no, that's Sandra Bullock's butt, I think. Anyways,
It is in
moving
the
on.
movie with Sandra Bullock. Though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his butt's in that one. I actually think Domino. I wish she was in it more. I wish she started off the
2
movie.
seconds ago, you hated her.
I mean, I said I like the comic.
Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah,
Deadpool.
see, that's going to be my dislike, is not enough of everybody else, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because it's a Deadpool movie. But I feel like...
But I feel the movie only... What's the runtime?
2
140?
hours. I search. It's
Was
like
it-
an
is
hour
it
and
2 hours?
53 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it feels shorter than
an
that.
hour and 59 minutes.
Oh, my bad.
Wow,
I said 2 hours.
honestly,
first.
what did I just... I just said 140,
Well,
because it feels like it goes by quick.
I would like to say there should be more Domino, but I feel like once she hit the screen, she was pretty much in it the rest of the movie. So you can't really say there wasn't
Yeah.
enough Domino.
Yeah.
I do wish that she would have came onto the scene sooner, but that might as well be
No,
a
that
Domino
defeats the
movie
purpose.
then.
Yeah, that's I think now in the comics you have like obviously there's lots of X-Force members in and out or whatever, but Cable and Domino run missions once in a while, blah blah
Right.
blah. And Deadpool really actually doesn't, to be honest. So they could totally spin off and do. I mean, they have that X-Force movie in the works. What I think they should do with that is have Deadpool do like he does in every other comic series other than his own and make a 3-page appearance every once in a while. You know what I mean? So
It might. Well,
like he could have taken the Brianna Hildenbrand Negasonic role in an X-Force movie where kind of in it a little bit in the beginning, a little bit in the end.
and they might do that.
That'd be super dope because I
You're
think
talking about something that you don't like from something that hasn't happened.
yeah, you're goddamn right I am.
How did we like Josh Brolin as Cable?
Yeah, I know. I feel like we neglected to speak about him too much, and to be honest, with the exception of his height, which they actually bring up hilariously enough,
Yeah.
because Scott always yells at me, obviously, because sometimes I get hung up on some of the characters' appearances, that being one of them.
Yep.
That's why I didn't want the other guy, the other awesome guy, because he's like 5'8". Anyways, point being.
Huh?
When they were throwing out like actors of who could play Cable right after the first movie, there was lots of talk about different people, and one of them was an awesome actor, the old guy from he's in a bunch of shit. Anyways, he's super short.
The old guy from a bunch of shit who's
Yeah.
super short.
Yeah, who
Nailed it.
cares? Anyways, the point is they picked a good actor, obviously.
Oh, they did. I mean, Josh Brolin's great if you like, if you can't get Kurt Russell.
Couldn't have been Kurt Russell anyways.
I know. I just like making that joke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was actually funny because they also mentioned back then about Kevin Nash,
Yeah, right.
and as far as I know, he was a nerd and read comics most, for a while or whatever, so he was familiar with the character.
No, he would have actually been a good look for it.
He would have been
to be
a good
honest.
look. I just don't know if
Maybe he
I mean,
sucks
I don't
at
know.
acting.
I don't. Well, I mean, he had that small part in Grandma's Boy. He was one of the
Oh, yeah.
movies. I feel like he could have done it, but I feel like, I mean, no offense, but I feel like Josh Brolin is just a far superior actor. Obviously, he's been doing it longer.
He's
I
a better
guess.
actor than a lot of people. So if you can get him.
I don't like Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's a little old, to be honest.
And this will be the last appearance of Mia.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't like him.
What?
He was like. I
Go
don't
watch
know.
The Hateful Eight and then tell me you don't like Kurt Russell.
Oh my god.
Also true.
I didn't like him in it.
Dude,
Like he acted fake. I mean, I guess he was supposed to be fake.
I mean, he's a million-year-old god. Doy.
Yeah, but he just acted like stupid.
Like a million-year-old god?
No.
Hmm.
The Cable, I wish he was like, he made more jokes. Because when he did make a joke, it was funny.
Well,
But I
that's the
wish-
point. You're supposed to savor the ones you get.
Yeah, but I wish he was like.
Oh, what did he
funnier.
call him towards the end? Bumbling butt plug or something like that? God
Yeah.
darn it.
He called him.
Called him some type of a butt plug. I forget.
red suited.
I don't remember, but it was actually because then Wade was like, "Oh, now you're getting it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. Josh Brolin, pretty good job.
All right, Michael, what didn't you like?
I just said it.
We just
Josh
went over
Brolin?
it.
No, I didn't like the less appearance of people
Oh.
I would have rather seen more.
What about
of.
you? Did you say anything?
She wanted more Domino too.
Yep.
More Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I mean,
He was only in every scene.
he was only in 158 of the 159
the only scene
minutes.
he wasn't in was Cable's future.
Well, I didn't like
Word.
the one thing, but it's a spoiler.
Oh,
Gotcha. Yep. I know what you're talking
okay.
about.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but that was the whole setup. Had to be done.
Yeah,
All right,
it
so-
was like the plot.
Did we
That's
like
the
it
whole thing.
better or worse than the first one?
I don't know. Given the fact that I rated the first one a 9.5, and that seems to be my ceiling,
This is the 9.6. Raise the ceiling.
I can't raise the ceiling. Can't raise it. So I'm going to say that it's better, but it's going to be rated the same. There, I said it.
That's odd, weird, but I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the first one, and I'm pretty sure I also went 9.5. Isn't that what I heard, or did I give up?
I don't remember. I think you gave up. I rated it a 9.5.
Which means I probably went like a 9 or a 9.5.
If you want to yap for a second,
I don't want to yep for a second.
well, I can look.
No, I don't care. It's
All right.
not going to be on
I'm
there.
going to rate it. Yeah, it will because I'll have the average. I'm sure Brian rated it a fucking 7, so he probably skewed it.
See, I just can't decide if I liked it more or better, or less or more than the first one.
See, I thought I liked the first one more until I watched the first one last night. And while I loved the first one...
you knew what was going to happen, though.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen in the first one. I watched it again, too. So, what's the fucking difference?
I feel like as much as you probably will...
I'm saying when we walked out, I thought the first one was still better, but then I watched the first one before we saw it again today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
What? Carry on.
I feel like you almost... As much as you want to compare them, I feel like you almost can't.
All right, well, throw some fucking numbers into the ether.
I'm just going to throw a 9. There, I said it. There was a couple of things
Here comes the fucking 7.2. Look at her. She's nervous.
There's a couple of things I didn't... Overall, it was fun. It was good. I just think there was a couple of things that I wish were different.
Well, when are you going to fucking say them?
I did already. We already talked about all that
What
shit.
part?
He didn't like.
Oh, you didn't?
You know, he liked Domino.
He didn't like
the-
Russell.
yeah, no, he didn't.
Because he
Yes,
hates
did.
New Zealanders.
Unless the,
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's Flight of the Conchords, yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Or Reese Darby.
All right. This is a very important time right now. You get to number this thing.
Yeah, it's
And this is going to go towards the website's average of 3.
it's going to change your life.
So-
Woo-hoo.
I think it's like a 9.5.
Fuck.
I like this Deadpool
I didn't
more
see
than
that
the
coming.
last Deadpool.
I didn't see that coming. I thought you were going to say like a 7.5, and I was going to have to fucking kick you. I'll allow it.
No, in this Deadpool, I feel it tells like the story better, like what's gonna happen. And in the Deadpool one, it was just like.
Well, it was like a family movie.
Yeah. Well, the first one was a love story. The second one was a family movie.
Yeah, it
True
told the
that.
story better. Like it went back to like why Cable came, and then again the spoiler. What happens when he keeps going back in the water or whatever? You know?
Oh, yeah. I did like those scenes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
like told what was happening, because they probably could have just left those out or something. I don't know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I like
I'll
the
allow it.
story.
I'll allow it.
Well, alrighty then.
9
9.5,
point-
9.5, and 9.
Sounds like a 9.3 to me.
You're a dork.
It does.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So
it?
anywho,
Doesn't it?
Deadpool 2. That was that's the thing that we did. You can find me on Twitter at XHorseandX. You can find Mike at
X-Force.
Review and Roast. You can find the Facebook at facebook.com/Review and Roast and the Instagram.
Dude, when he's standing at the helicopter making the X while everyone's jumping out. Did you just refer to yourself as God?
Yeah, he totally did. All right. So anywho, that was the stuff and the things. So